Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I'm up at Lucky Peak Reservoir today at the viewpoint. Those of you that watch my channel have seen me fly up here quite a bit. It's just an awesome place to fly. I came up here today because we had some snow in the area yesterday, and I was hoping these mountains around me would be covered in a little bit more snow. They're not, but this is still going to be a good flight today. It really warmed up today. It's probably in the mid-40s, and I have a drone that I haven't flown in a while, and you saw the blue, so you probably could figure out what it is. It's the Skydio 2. Now, of course, a lot of people use this drone mostly for tracking and the autonomous features that it has, and they're awesome. It does some really cool stuff. But I brought it with me today because I think this drone has one of the most underrated cameras in the business, and it does a really good job. So we're going to throw it up in the air, and we're just going to fly around a little bit here and have some fun. So give me just a second, and we'll get this bird in the air. Okay, I'm flying with the controller today, and one of the things I almost forgot to do is when you're using the controller with the Skydio, you need to turn off Wi-Fi. So we did that, yeah, I'm getting the fly now already. So we're going to put this baby up in the air. We're going to do a hand launch here. So give me just a second. I'm going to click the fly now, and it's starting the autonomy engine. And it says we can take off, so I'm going to hit takeoff on the controller. So I'm going to hold the drone. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to hold the drone up and out. Holding the button down. And it's that easy. And usually the drone will fly out and turn around, but I guess it knows I'm hooked to the controller. And I've got it set on auto record, so it started recording automatically. Let's turn it around here. Bring it down. There you got a little bit of a look at the lake. And it's got us there, but we're not going to do any tracking today. You know, let's see if we can, you know, I usually do a manual droney. Let's see if we can do an automatic droney with this guy. So 1 shots, and we're going to click droney, and start droney. 3, 2, 1. And there it goes. It's actually gaining more. Yeah, so it didn't go very far. I thought we'd get a better one than that. So that kind of gave you an idea of where we're at here. Droney complete. Okay, so let's get around and let's get over the water here. We're going to do a manual droney. So, well, let's bring it down a little bit and in a little. Okay. Manual droney on the sticks, reverse and up now. And like I said, this drone to me is so underrated with regard to the camera on it. And I'm telling you, what I see on FPV here looks really good. And that's the viewpoint that we're at there. I'm going to pick the camera up here just a little. Sorry about that. That was kind of a quick move there. But boy, you can see we got a nice blue sky today. Let's move the drone around here a little bit, and I'm going to face it kind of towards the dam, and the sun is up there. And boy, we got a nice reflection on the water. Boy, that looks really good, doesn't it? Holy cow. And you can see the sun reflecting off the, let's turn a little bit more that direction. You can see the sun reflecting off the water. Let's go full stick forward. So I am full forward right now. And we are at about 4.3 meters per second, so that's about, roughly 10 miles an hour or so. But watch what happens when we hit the turbo button here. So that's just a button that I can hit on the back of the controller, and that gives you full speed. And of course, that can affect your battery power as well. Okay, off the button here, and let's do kind of a little yaw around, and that's the boat ramp that you're looking at right there. And of course, this time of year, they've got to back way down there to get their boats in the water. And I see some boats in the water over here. They must be fishing. I mean, look at how tranquil the water is today. Really a nice day. Okay, let's head the other way, and we'll look at the rest of the lake here. And I'm trying to do a nice, slow, easy yaw for us here so we don't get too carried away. And there you're going to see some boats in the water here. And let's hit that turbo button. That gets us going a little faster. Yeah, I turned away from the drone, so I lost connection. I was turning away from the drone to, yeah, we got connection back again. Okay. I turned away from the drone to get the controller in the shade. Okay, turbo on. And look at this baby go. And we're just going to do some exploring here a little bit. We've still got 68% battery. And I see a boat in the water up there. Move over just a little. Boy, I'm sorry I got silent there for a second. I was enjoying the reflection on the lake here. Boy, it just looks beautiful. There are some guys enjoying some fishing. Yeah, so return limit reached. So it's telling us that it's worried about battery power. So we're going to keep flying, but let's discretion is the better part of valor, and let's turn it around. And you can see my control signal got a little bit wonky there. Yeah, connection lost. And I'm pointed right at the drone. That is one of the limitations of this drone. Okay. Yeah, we're losing connection here off and on. Yeah, so it says it's returning to launch point. So, yeah, we definitely, connection regained. Well, let's turn around, or see if we can. No, it still says flying to waypoint, so I assume that means it's coming home. Yeah, it's coming back to us here. And it won't let me yaw while it's doing that. So I'm watching the drone move, and it's coming back to us. We're still at 51% battery, so we're in great shape. But that, what you just witnessed there is one of the main criticisms of this drone. I'm going to see if I stop flying to waypoint there. Yeah, and I think now I should be able to, yeah, that, I forgot about that. That's how you get control back. I'll tell you, and there we are. That's the point that we're at there. So we're gonna come on back. One of the things that happens to me, oops, we lost connection again. Look at that. Is that I fly so many drones, and every app is different, and it's sometimes I forget what control does what on what app. Skydio 2 is returning to launch point. Well, and it always turns around when it does that. Okay, we're gonna X out of that again, and we're gonna turn it around. One more time, and we're gonna come back. So every time I turn it around, it's losing connection. So, yeah, that's interesting. I'm hitting the turbo button now, and yeah, that should get us back a little faster. Look at that, it sped right up. But that is interesting. That is one of the issues with this drone is you have a limited control distance. And look at how much distance we're making up now. And we're down to 36% battery. And I did use this battery to do some testing last night, so this one wasn't at 100%. And there we are. And typical as I get back, there's a car rolling in here. And we're stopping right up there. And let's bring it down. Let's let this car roll by. And there's I see my wife down there doing a little walk. Okay, let's bring the drone down. And I'm going to, whoops, sorry about that yaw there. I was looking up at the drone and not the FPV screen. Pick that camera back up as we come down. And we're gonna do a hand landing, and I'll show you how to do that. Let's bring it in. One thing that's cool about this drone is you don't have to worry about running into anything. And I'm going to turn it away from me because you want to grab it from the back. Let's see if we can see that from the camera here. Hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna put the drone in landing mode, and we're just gonna pick it up from the back from the battery. And that easy. You just grip the battery from the side, and the drone shuts down, and nothing to it. So I'm going to shut the drone off real quick. We're going to put another battery in, and we're going to try another couple things. Okay, we're going to try something a little different this time. We're going to try some of the automated features that this guy has, and I've got it sitting on the case that it comes in, which you can take off the top of the case if you were in mud or something like that and you didn't want to hand launch. But it will also recognize the logo on top of the case when it lands, so we'll try that. So we're going to take off from the case here. Then when we land this time, we're going to see if we can get it to land on the case as well. But let's go ahead and take off, and looks like we're ready to go. I'm going to hit just the, well, this time I'm going to hold down the takeoff button on the app. So I just hold it down, and you'll see the drone take off here. And there we go. And again, the cool thing about this guy is that you're not worried about it hitting anything. So we'll just go full forward here. And you can see in fact, this guy, I'm actually okay dropping it down here a little bit, and we can kind of look at the side of the you just know it's not going to run into anything, so it gives you a lot of confidence. So this is, you know, we're at the end of the point here. Let's see if we can kind of loop around this thing a little bit. And this is me manually pushing the drone around here. But to show you that the drone will not run into anything, so I'm going to go full stick forward right now, full forward, and it won't do it. And there we are right there. Is that cool or what? We can bring it forward here. Now, they do warn you, for instance, this fence right here, you know, they warn you about small branches and stuff. And like these trees, I probably just wouldn't try it right now, because they do warn you that that it won't recognize. It could potentially not see a small branch or something. So we're not going to challenge Skydio on that. We're going to believe them. But there we are. There's the truck, and you can see on the FPV screen that it recognizes my truck, and it would track it. We can drop it down here, and I can go full forward towards the truck, and there's Sarah. She's kind of hiding in there. Yeah, she doesn't want me to see her. There she is. Look at that. I caught her. Now she's looking the other way. Okay, let's go up and over. I just wanted to show you the capabilities of this drone and the confidence that it gives you, you know, when you're... well, we got a bicyclist here, so we'll get it up out of the way. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Well, we'll drop the drone back down here. You know, that's one of the things that I'm going to urge everybody as drone flyers to be respectful. When you see somebody like that, I always try and get the heck out of the way. But for instance, let's fly over to this little picnic station here, and the drone is going to see everything here. So, you know, it wouldn't let me fly into this thing if I wanted to. It's going to look at that, and it'll either look for a way around it, and that's the drone that did that, not me. I was just holding the stick forward. Let's see, I don't know if we can fly underneath it or not. We can try it here. Let's see if it'll fly. This is the kind of thing that you FPV guys do. And I just don't, you know, there's not many drones that give you the confidence to do this kind of stuff. And I'm hitting the up stick there because I didn't know if there would be somebody coming around the corner there. But yeah, pretty cool. Just trying to show off some of the capabilities of what you can do with this drone. So let's fly up out here a little ways. And, you know, honestly, you're going to look at this and you're going to think, well, they've really got the water low in the reservoir. But for this time of year, they're actually holding a pretty fair amount of water. Usually, there would be less than this. So it makes me think that there's some concern about snowpack this year. Let's go off to our right. I'm kind of showing you some stuff here that you don't normally see because I'll be honest with you, with my other drones, I don't have the confidence to do some of this stuff like I do with the Skydio. Signal weak, I wasn't pointed right at the drone, and the drone is low, so I'm sure that's why I got that. But we can go straight towards this cliff here, and I am confident, although I see a power line there, yeah, I don't want to run into any lines, so discretion is the better part of valor. And I've got the thing kind of low, so we could potentially lose signal here because it's below where I'm at, but let's go around here the other way, and we can kind of circle around this thing. Maybe we can get in a little closer. Yeah, we can get closer. And you just, like I said, there's just, this drone gives me the confidence to be able to do these kind of maneuvers that I probably wouldn't do with another drone. Because like I said, you have confidence that it's not going to, you're not going to run into anything. That's what the Skydio will do for you. So I'm turning around here to go back over the reservoir. We're kind of going sideways and yawing to the right at the same time. You'll see a couple fishing boats out there. And you know, we're 2 meters under where our takeoff height. Is that cool or what? Okay, let's hit that turbo button here for a second. That'll get us some speed. Okay, I don't want to get too far away. Like I said, that the biggest downside to flying this drone with the controller is range. You just don't have the signal strength that you have with some other drones. And there is, we're looking at the sun, and I'm looking to see if I'm looking on the FPV screen, and it looks like I do have a little bit of lens flare there. Okay, let's turn around and bring this guy back. And we're going to hit the turbo, gain some altitude. there's method to my madness here. So Sarah just got out of the car to go for a walk. And she doesn't know it, but we're going to track her. We're going to go right over the top here and see if we can find her. And we're going to start the drone tracking her. And here it comes. I'm holding down that turbo button. And there she is. Let me let go of the turbo. Let's see if we can get it to recognize her. There it is. I think she hears something. Oh yeah. So I hit the plus on the screen and it's tracking her now. I'm raising it up because we had a car coming. As soon as that car gets out of the way, we'll let it go again here. Okay, I let go of the stick and it's just going to track her. Let's track her from the right. Maybe from the front again. Let's increase the range a little bit. She's not even looking up. Oh, that is funny. And we're down to about 47% battery. So we can also, well, let's track her from the left again. And that's over the top of the center. She's getting her exercise, I'll say that. So what's interesting is the drone, as she comes around here, the drone is approaching the picnic stand and all that. And it'll, you know, you don't have to worry about it. It's going to miss all that stuff. We'll get her from the back. She didn't know I was doing this, so I don't know if she thinks it's as funny as I do. Okay, from the front now. And the drone repositions itself. She's kind of grinning at me right now, so she knows what's going on. You're getting tracked. You're getting tracked. So she's walking, so the drone is coming right over the top of us now. She says that's good enough, so I guess we better stop. So we are going to stop motion track. And let's back it up here. I don't think she thought that was as funny as I did. Boy, what a beautiful blue sky today, huh? Okay, so I'm going to bring this baby back, and we're going to see if we can land it on the case here. So in theory, it'll recognize the case. So let's bring it back here. Bring some altitude down. Head this way. And if I bring it right above us here and hit land, in theory, if it can see that case, it'll land on it. So let's hit land and let's see what it does. And it did not see the case. So that's kind of, you know, I thought it would be close enough that it would recognize the case there, but it didn't. So I probably just didn't have it centered over it maybe like it should have been, because I've seen it do it before. I'm going to take off real quick and let's try that again, because I got confidence. I think we can do it. That's got to be pretty close. Let me drop the gimbal down. And you can see what I like is it shows you where the drone would land. So, you know, I'd say we're pretty close right there. Let's hit land and let's see if it sees it. Yeah, there. See the little circle that it put around it? So in theory, it'll land right in the middle of the case here. So I'll let you guys look at this. And it's moving around a little bit. There it got it. So it wasn't quite on the center, but pretty darn close. So I guess we proved that it can do it. Okay, let me get everything shut down here and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, the Skydio 2, gosh, what an amazing piece of technology this is. And I think the other thing that we showed is what a fantastic camera that it has on it. It's really, really underrated. So I can't wait to look and see what's on the SD card. You know, when we were looking towards the sun, I thought I saw a little kind of unusual lens flare on the FPV screen, but it's hard to tell when you're just looking at that FPV screen. So you guys will have seen it already, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, we just had a little fun today. I hope you enjoyed it. Did a little bit of tracking, you know, as Sarah was getting her walk in, and yeah, just got a chance to look around Lucky Peak Reservoir. We got some views with it that we normally wouldn't get. I mean, some of those things where I actually got below our level here and was flying towards the side of the cliff face and stuff. You know, I know there's guys with the skills that can do that, but it's probably not me. But I have the confidence with this drone because I just know that it's not going to hit anything. You know, with the little picnic shelter in the center of the viewpoint here, you know, we flew around through that, and I was just holding the stick forward, and the drone, you just have confidence that it's not going to hit anything. So it's just really fun to fly. So I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I do appreciate you taking the time to look at this video today. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. The good old Skydio 2, it's just a fantastic drone. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye now. This is the penstock of the water being released from Lucky Peak Reservoir, obviously on the other side of the dam from where we were flying the drone. They must have just turned this on. We had a bunch of precipitation in the last day or so, and I know the mountains really got pounded with a bunch of snow, so they must feel like they had enough precip that they could release some water from the reservoir. Just interesting stuff. Let me back it out to a wide angle view here. Kind of gives you a little better view of what we're looking at. And oh, there's Sarah over there. We better zoom in on that. I'm going to do a quick 360 pan here so you guys can kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. The Oregon Trail is on the other side of this cliff face you see here, and this is where the Boise River historically ran, And then there's this park. And as you can see on the other side here, the other side of the cliff face, just giving you an idea of the territory. And as we look down that way, that's where the power plant is, etc. And I know I've said this before, but it's interesting to me that the power plant is not ran by any Idaho entities. It's actually owned by the city of Seattle. So what did you think of all this?
It was awesome.
Lots of water, huh?